So I just finished my game, Fallen Star. I gotta put up on Voyage. Just finished the world today. Basically, like when I first came up with the idea to make it, it was just like I wanted to do something that told my story. The things that I had that I went through as a child. But then I was just like, I know how people get about kids, right? So I didn't want to create something that's gonna get blocked and like get shut down or whatever. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm not gonna be able to, tell my story. So then I thought of this whole idea. Why don't I use this little beastkin girl, right, to do that? So it's like maybe I could do something, but then I'm like, nah, people gonna trip. So I never did it. And then come to now, I was just like, you know what? I really want to do something with like Final Fantasy type of vibe to it. And then I was like, yo, that game that I had wanted to do for so long, why not just do it with that, right? So I didn't really get to like really tell my story, but I did like get the whole address the whole thing with like, being bullied and whatnot like that. So I just recently finished, like I think yesterday. Um, I'm kind of a little bit on the burnt out side because I've really been going in. I dropped like, I don't know, a bunch of games, but I'm going to talk about them. But I'm gonna try to do a different video for each one. And then like, I'm going to recreate them on Craft. So whoever used Craft, they can use that. But I mainly use Voyage. I already recreated like one of them so far. Um, but yeah, basically, you start out, you're going through the academy, see the Beast King girl. Every night she goes outside and she wishes on this fallen star, right? Go through the whole academy, she's getting picked on and all of this, treated real bad. Gets to graduation and this whole situation with Demon Queen, like all these monsters, and the town's burning and all of that. I'm not trying to really get into the spoilers, but I really tried to make this one like really emotional with a whole lot of cinematics and all of that. I don't know if it's gonna actually come out because it's a text-based like AI game, and like I used to love those like text games, where you play the RPG and it just will be all text. That's basically like what it is. But it's like the AI. The AI is like the dungeon master. I mean, a lot of people like to say it's like basically Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not the biggest fan of the like Dungeons and Dragons tabletop game. I know it's like blasphemy type thing, but it's not my thing because for me it just feels it lays too heavy on the mechanics to the point where it feels just too restrictive for me personally. I'm used to like the modern RPGs, and like I know a lot of people are like, oh, big numbers, whatever, but I like the big numbers because for me, big numbers means more freedom. It gives you more expression. It gives you more of the ability to create your own unique character, something that separates you from everyone else. And the smaller the numbers are, the less choices you have, the more restricted it is, the less you're able to customize your character to be like what you want it to be, the less you can do. And I like those intricate details. I like all of those variables, but then again, I always like math, so you know I like it, even though it's more like complex as far as the formulas and all of that. I like that type of stuff. But that's just me. And so yeah, the game is. I dropped it. I'm really hoping that it's really good. I did the best I could with the restrictions, and honestly, I don't know a single thing about Jason. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, but like, I don't know anything about it. So with no knowledge on what I was doing, I did the best I could to like write the code to make the game, and I really put it out there. And it's like I don't feel like I can really say much about it without like getting into spoilers, because it's like it's a whole lot of stuff that I went into it. But like, I guess some things I could say was like, all right, so in the beginning, you like going through the character creation, you can pick light or dark as your affinity, or you can pick neither. Um, and what you pick can completely change like how the story goes and what things could possibly happen. Um, there's a whole like, you know, enemy thing like that I try to create that can be affected through the choices that you make. Everything that happens with the Beastkin girl, like things can change based on like the choices you make and everything. So I really, I don't know. I really tried to do something that I would just felt like in my heart, my creativity. That's what I wanted to do. Um, Now that I'm hopefully done with all of that stuff, I'm gonna get back to like my music. Though I mean, I'm gonna spend some time trying to recreate everything and craft and whatnot. So that's gonna take up time. But hopefully, I can like really like drop some tracks and whatnot like that. Cause I mean, I'm really not making money off of that, and I really gotta do something to where I can, make money because I I really want to have a life outside of you know, just a life where I can be an artist, where I can create, and I don't like the whole situation because I know like people consider job stability, but I feel like it's like you're working based off of what time they have available to you and whatever like that. And you can get fired anytime. Anything can happen. I don't really like situations like that. And I mean, of course, like with the whole artist route, that's not guaranteed. It's based off of fans and what they decide to do, how they decide to act, and whatever like that. But it's just like I feel like at the end of the day, no matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be in the same position. You're still gonna get the same raises. Like nothing's gonna change. Whereas like when it comes to the entertainment industry, being an artist and whatnot, you work harder, you can make more money. Now, that doesn't mean that just because you work hard, you're gonna make money. But I mean, on a factor of once you start getting that money, then you start working harder at it, then you get more money. So I'm just not trying to like count on that stuff.